I stopped setting up playdates between my kids and their dead father's widow. My ex Bob and I were never married, but we had 3 kids together, a 15-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old. When I was in the hospital after having my youngest, Bob walked into my room and handed me my house keys. He told me he was leaving to go live with this woman, Sarah, he'd been seeing behind my back. Just like that, while I was recovering from giving birth to our 3rd child. Bob and I worked out shared custody and split everything 50-50. For 6 years, we co-parented, and I never once spoke to Sarah, not one word. Even when they got married a year before Bob died, I stayed out of it and focused on my kids. But Sarah loved talking about me. She'd go on Facebook and blame me for everything. If they didn't have the kids on Christmas, it was my fault. When my oldest told a teacher that Bob hit them, Sarah said I made them lie. When the kids didn't get perfect grades, somehow that was also my fault. Then Bob died. At the funeral, I kept to myself and took care of my kids. But Sarah cornered my sister Tony and begged her to make sure she got her fair share of time with my children. My sister told her we'd have to figure out our new normal first. 2 weeks later, Sarah started messaging Tony asking to take the kids on Saturdays while I was at work. My sister set up a play date to be nice. It went okay, so Tony scheduled another one for 6 weeks later. The play dates kept happening every month and a half or so. Then at one of my son's soccer games, Sarah and her mom trapped me near the bleachers. There were people everywhere, and they told me that Sarah and I needed to be friends for the kids' sake. They said I had to start coming to holidays with their family. I felt so uncomfortable with everyone watching that I just nodded and walked away. Later that night, I told my 15-year-old what happened because I was upset. I know that was wrong, and we're working through it in therapy now. Summer came, and for the first time, my kids actually got to do fun stuff. One went to baseball camp, another went to science camp. We took 2 vacations. For almost 2 months, Sarah didn't see them because we were busy actually living our lives. That's when Sarah completely lost it. She went on Facebook and started calling my sister and her husband every horrible name you can think of. She accused us of keeping the kids from her on purpose. She said we were poisoning them against her. My sister called me furious and said she was done. She wasn't going to set up any more visits after being attacked like that. I told her I never wanted to do it in the first place, but did it to be nice. My 15-year-old sometimes asks if they should feel guilty about not seeing Sarah. My 11-year-old has told his therapist he never wanted step-parents to begin with and is still working through feelings about his dad. My 7-year-old mentions Sarah sometimes, but never actually asks to visit. Sarah is still posting on Facebook about how terrible we are. She tells everyone I'm keeping her away from the kids she helped raise, even though she only knew them for like a year before Bob died. Now she's threatening to take me to court for grandparent rights, even though she's not even related to them.